What's up, everybody, and welcome to Around the Monitor for the week of September 4th. I'm your host, King Kaiser, and this is the weekly gaming news talk show where every point you make in the discussion is a point towards winning. Joining us once again, we've got Master Ham Mizuki.
Every ISP sucks.
We've got the Ace Attorney, Dapper Dastard.
I'm trying not to fall.
Guy. Hey! We've got the Snapshot Crackshot, the Fisher King.
What happened to using real names?
That's every other show but this one. It will happen. It will it's in the plans. It's just I literally moved this week. What do you want from me? And last but not least, we've got the hockey sticks and sickle himself, Ian. If this is your first time watching the show, know that you can normally watch us live every 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time at Twitch.tv/King Kaiser. And we go live. We upload an edited version the very next day on YouTube and on podcast services. But we normally start the show with a trivia question to determine the order. The trivia question for this week is in relation to Mario's 35th anniversary, which was celebrated gloriously today by Nintendo announcing a plethora of Mario-related products. My question to you, gentlemen, today is...
How many Mario?
Pretty much in its entirety, how many copies has the Mario franchise sold?
Okay, so I'm just gonna throw out 200 million. It's probably wildly inaccurate, but
hey,
there's
that's
a lot
number.
of Mario games. There's a lot of Mario games.
You can't tell me that Ian didn't just say a number.
Yeah, head and tail. That's a number. Or, sorry, tip to toe.
The number.
God, I hate us so much.
Yep.
I have no idea. I'm gonna go 420 million.
420 million. Nice.
Okay.
Actually, so no, it's fine. I'll leave it as
This is the entire Mario franchise.
Yep.
1
Copy
billion
store.
Marios.
1 billion Marios.
I guess I can't fuck up too badly with how different all these numbers are. Like 275 million.
Correct answer, according to an unsighted source on Wikipedia, is
come on, 420.
600 million copies.
I believe that.
Jeez,
I was
okay.
actually when I was saying I would like to change mine. I was gonna say maybe 690 million copies actually.
So I believe that means the order is going to be Fisher, followed by Mizuki, followed by Ian, followed by Dapper. Let's go over the topics for this week. We've got Nintendo announcing the rumored 3D Mario All-Stars pack and a whole lot of other shenanigans. I am very much accepting people if they want to double dip on this topic because there is a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
But I will time these, so please keep... If you're going to talk about this, focus on one thing. All right. Sony's developers talk about the advantage of SSDs and 3D audio for the upcoming PlayStation 5. Pokemon Masters EX looks really bad as a hashtag, it turns out.
Sue's anal bum party.
Microsoft is now listing Series X on boxes for current gen hardware, even though they've not actually officially acknowledged that this exists.
Ridiculous.
We've got Marvel's Avengers is here, and apparently it's not a bad game. The internet seems to like it. We've got the indie studio Vlambeer is officially closing after after over a decade of creating games. Nvidia is pumping out some beefy boy graphics cards. RIP all the people who bought the the 2080, right?
2080 Ti specifically.
Yes, correct. AT&T decides that it isn't going to sell WB games because hey, there's gold in them there hills. Ubisoft apologizes for imagery in Tom Clancy's Elite Squad. Oh boy, can't wait to hear somebody's opinions about this one. Because goddamn. Sony plans to keep acquiring new studios. My question is, who will they buy next? And last but not least, Sony plans to keep publishing its games, its first-party games on PC, probably years after they come out. Fisher, you are up first. What would you like to talk about this week? Where are we going?
There's a lot of good topics here, and every part of me wants to either talk about the Nintendo sneakers or rip on the fact that Pokemon Master Sex is the funniest thing I've seen on Twitter in the past month. But I'm gonna take the not high at all road and I'm just gonna rail Ubisoft
Hey,
for fucking using
Hey.
the Black Lives Matter movement as the shadowy bad guys in their fucking video game.
Honestly,
please.
I feel like that probably is the high road. Like, like, that's probably the high road.
Please break this down. Why is this a problem? How did they fuck up
Okay.
so bad?
Okay, first of all, the answer to the question, how they fuck up so bad, I have no idea. Here's the thing. I was talking about this at work. In production, you typically have to inform someone else that, hey, the thing is done. Like I don't make a graphic at work without asking my coworker, hey, how does this look? There's okay. So, Tom Clancy's Elite Squad is a game in which you play a basically like secret not black ops, that's the wrong term, like secret like government force whose job it is to eliminate like shadow villains, so like underground terrorist cells or like the deep conspiracy like government stuff.
Were you about
like,
to say the deep state?
No, I was about to say deep state. Thank you. Like bull crap like that. So companies like Activision, who make COD, or like I guess Ubisoft own Tom Clancy, they have divisions of their production staff whose whole job it is to like predict socioeconomic, socio-political trends to sort of be like what'll be a topical thing to fight, because it can't just always be Russians and North Koreans.
No.
And this group landed on urban protesting and urban like socio-political like strife. And I guess for some reason they decided, let's paint the people behind protesting as the bad guys, which is a bad decision, but I guess okay, sure. Maybe they had a better idea at some point and it got kind of muddled. And you know, you're already this deep in the production of a video game, how you can't pivot super hard. But then in 2020, the year of our Lord, was this last week or is this week? This is this week.
You mean the trailer came out this week? Yeah.
Yeah. They released the trailer for Elite Squad, and basically plastered all over the fucking place are the like symbols of Umbra, the quote unquote shadow organization in Tom Clancy's Elite Squad, and that is the Black Lives Matter fist logo.
Yes.
That has been all over social media for several months now.
It is unmistakably.
It's that symbol. It is the same. There's no way they got that symbol any other way than Googling that. And Ubisoft very, very quickly went, oh fuck no, and was like, we're sorry. This we'll pivot. We'll fix it. Sorry. But like that's not even that. I don't care. I don't care that they pivoted. I don't care that they're apologizing. None of that makes sense to me. Good on you for apologizing. Great. How the fuck did you let this happen? Like, that's the thing. You are a multi-million, possibly billion-dollar company. How did this go?
They're for sure in the billions. They're for sure in the billions.
They have to be. They have to. But like, how did this go through multiple people? How did this make it to any like press agent? How did this make it out of the production studio without anyone going, It looks like we're painting the Black Lives Matter movement as shadow villains.
Yep.
Like it's inexplicable. Like there are two routes you can take here. We're crazy evil conservatives, or we are woefully, insanely, dreadfully incompetent. These are the only two scenarios that justify how this made it to market. And like, as someone that like has produced content into the world, how I'm furious that like that production didn't flag this, media didn't flag this, release didn't flag this, advertising didn't flag this. No one stopped this. That is fucking negligent. That is dangerous negligence of a company, and like pisses me the fuck off. Ubisoft, get your shit together. You have like, honestly, in this pandemic, they are the worst company that makes games.
Yeah, undoubtedly. Literally, like, from what was it, 2 months ago, they had like a huge reckoning, and like just each month more bad information comes out about this, and now here we are being like, okay, listen, it's been 2 months since they got absolutely dumpstered on for all of the sexual harassment going on, and there are multiple studios in which they're harboring awful people and like just perpetuating a incredibly sexist work environment. And then, hey, guess what? This month the controversy is, oh well, it's not that, but it's racism.
But hey, oops, we support racism.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
don't forget though, at the beginning of most of the Ubisoft games, they have the
Oh
this
my
was
god,
made by a
diverse
multicultural,
team. Fuck
diverse
off.
team of many different
And-
races, religions, and creeds.
First game
Mhm.
trailer that is straight up interchangeable with a Fox News segment.
Yeah, it's really unbelievable. And I guess I know we're super long on this topic, but I do have to talk about the fact that Jason Schreier brought up the fact that the director in charge of this studio is Charles Guillemot, who you might recognize his name because he is Yves Guillemot's
Guillemot's
son.
brother.
It's his son.
Oh my
Son.
The owner and CEO of the company's son was the one who was in charge of this, which is just like, okay.
Did they say
Was
this game is canceled, or are they trying to save?
They're just
they're
removing the
trying to
Black Lives
save-
Matter symbol and
Yeah.
keeping everything else intact.
Okay, I have a question. I sorry, we've gone so long on this topic, but
Mhm.
should they just cancel?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
undoubtedly.
It's not salvageable, right? There's
No.
no, there's
No,
no way.
No.
this is not salvageable.
I believe Mizuki is up next. What would you like to talk about?
That was a long time.
It's going to be
let's
fun
go-
trying to cut that down without.
That was a good. I mean, we went off. That was good.
It was a good topic, and I don't want to cut
It was-
any of that.
it was-
Mhm.
So let's go with something a little shorter and sweeter and to the point. Marvel's Avengers here, and people actually
Hey.
seem to like it.
Yeah.
No, they don't, Kotaku, you piece of shit. What the fuck?
What a twist.
Kotaku's like, oh man, it's bigger and better than I expected. Because people had their expectations in the literal dumpster for this dumpster game. So it's like, oh, it's better than we thought it would be. That's not, it's actually good. No.
That's nothing.
Let's take a cruise over to the Metacritic page for Marvel's Avengers real quick. We're critically right now, as of 5:16 p.m. on the West Coast, September 3rd in the year 2020. It's got a 76 from critics. That's not
Oh,
great.
that's a lot lower than I thought.
It's fine. Yeah, because people make the freaking headlines that this game's better than they expected, but they expected a 5, so that's
That's
really
true.
not saying a lot.
That's true.
Like, this is fucking horrible video game journalism, but like, it's got
I mean,
a 76.
I
That's
know-
not.
I know it's a meme, but horrible journalism from Kotaku? Oh.
I like some of their stuff. This
Get
isn't
those,
one of them.
get those slowpoke emojis in the chats, people. Let's go.
They're
Yeah.
not the only ones I've heard this from. I've
Totally,
seen multiple outlets
totally.
putting a very similar, if not the same, headlines up. And it's
Mhm.
like, listen, the game's a fucking mid-70 game, maybe. The user score 5.8. People don't like it, and
Mm.
it's not even getting bombed. Like, that's just people don't think it's a good.
That's a
game.
good point, yeah.
Like, I don't know how, as a journalist, you can like put a super positive spin on this.
Mhm.
Because Mike Fahey
Just be
doesn't want
like-
to piss off Disney.
Mike
The
Fahey-
journalist shouldn't care.
Yeah, name, I don't know.
But like, all they should be putting is just like Marvel's Avengers. It's fine. That's
Yeah,
all it is.
I-
It's fine. It's a games as a service game.
Yeah, I think the what people are being surprised by is like how poorly they marketed Kamala Khan's character in the game and like her story, which apparently is only about 10 hours of gameplay. Like after 10 hours, you apparently finish like the single player story mode. And then it's like, okay, just keep
I've
playing the same
heard-
raid battles and you do your thing and like level up your characters, get
Yeah,
your shit.
I've heard it takes anywhere from 5 to 10 hours to
Mm.
do the campaign,
Mhm.
which is then followed up by like co-op 4-player multiplayer like raids
Right.
and stuff a la Division or Destiny or whatever.
Right.
But literally only like 5 to 10 hours of story content, and yeah, they're gonna add more later for characters that you have to buy.
Mhm.
And
For
there's a
$10
bunch
per
of-
character, yeah.
$10 per character, and there's also like a battle pass in this game that is a full price game. It's a $60 game. It's not
Mhm.
free to play, and you have like you buy a battle pass to get like unlockables. Like, no,
Why?
it's $60. There's a battle pass. There's like a bunch of crafting like reagents and stuff that you can either collect or pay money to get. Like, it's pretty full of microtransactions, realistically.
Yeah.
They're not like egregiously bad, but they're not good.
Correct me. I mean,
Reeks
this-
of coked up marketing executive.
this
What are
is
the kids like? Loot boxes? Battle passes, give it to them.
I'm hoping that like within 6 months from now, there will be a lull in like the spring or maybe next summer, and
Honestly,
I'll get this game for not full price, and then I can be like, holy shit, there's a lot of content here, and I enjoy it. Then.
honestly, I don't care. This is such
If-
a generic looking superhero game that I don't fucking care.
There were very
And
few
there's-
scenarios in which I played.
There are
this game.
so many other better games as a service game out there. I
Sure.
guess a lot of them aren't hack and slash, but who knows? Maybe Godfall won't suck.
That's a bold claim.
I was gonna make a Godfall joke, but you made it for me. Thank you. Ian, you're up next. What would you like to talk about?
Yeah. This is another short, sweet one. Sony has decided, we put Horizon Zero Dawn on, and it's doing well on PC, so let's just keep doing that.
Yeah.
Which I am very happy about, because I miss many PlayStation exclusives, which, let's be real, this generation, that's the only things you're missing. But yeah, there's a lot of PlayStation exclusive games that I've wanted to play, and I'm like, should I get a PS4? No, because that would be like $400 for like 2 games. But if they're bringing them to PC, I am so fucking down. Death Stranding, Horizon Zero Dawn, where they're like pilot projects. And I guess their reasoning is basically, look, we make all our money from software, and people on PlayStation are, we make a cut of every sale that we get from PlayStation games, plus all of our exclusives. Our first-party software is making us a fuckload of money. But the people who play on PC have a similar mindset to me, who plays on PC, which is, I'm not going to buy a console for 3 games. But I will, buy those games if they come to PC.
Absolutely.
Which I guess is what they've figured out with this, that they can make a lot more money if they just put Death Stranding, Horizon Zero Dawn. Hopefully we can get Bloodborne, because I really, really fucking want to play Bloodborne. Please give me Bloodborne, please. I want it so bad.
It is wild. It is wild to me that they haven't put that game on PC yet.
God, I want that game so bad. And I want to try a bunch of these games. I also just want to read this fucking word salad. So this wasn't a press release. This was a release of a corporate report.
This was a thing said by a human.
Yeah.
This was a thing said by a human.
Possibly.
It was a corporate report. So this was like an internal report that was like put out to the masses, essentially. Sony Interactive Entertainment aims to achieve robust revenue growth by accelerating the virtuous cycle that is established for the PlayStation platform. This entails increasing active users and playtime, enhancing network services, and reinforcing content IP so that customers select PlayStation as their platform of choice. Targeted outcomes include growth in active users, stronger retention, and shorter cash conversion cycle, from which expanded cash flow can be expected. We will explore expanding our first-party titles to the PC platform in order to promote further growth in our profitability.
Y'all good?
Are you okay? Like, if you read that 5 times and like pause on every word, you understand what it means, and it means something.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, if you like say that 5 times fast and pause like every so often, you just summon Cthulhu from the depths.
you summon the ghost of capitalism.
It's 50-50. Either you summon Cthulhu or you understand it. No one really knows. Like, no, that is a paragraph that makes sense. But it really didn't need to be that.
They could have just said, hey, we can make more money if we do this, so we're going to do it. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Buy those PlayStation games.
On PC.
For my money, whenever God of War 2 comes, a sequel to this God of War comes out, I would say 6 months before that comes out, be like, hey, the first one's on PC. And that way you can have more people there, be like, oh, this game's fucking good. Anybody who's never played it before can play it.
That's a smart release strategy.
And then say, hey, if you want to play the sequel, if you want to know what happens to Boy, you have to buy a PlayStation 5.
That's exactly what they're doing with Horizon. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Horizon 2 got delayed to next year, but that's what they were trying to do.
That's nobody's fault.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, that was supposed to be a short topic, but
hey man, the whole show's gonna run long. Dapper, tell us about what you'd like to talk about.
All right, I'm gonna correct this ship of spending way too much time on a topic. I'm gonna run through this real damn quick.
I'd like to see you fucking try.
You coward.
You know that if you make the words Pokemon Masters ES all lowercase with no spacing, you can also read it as Pokemon Master Sex.
God
Which
damn it.
funny. That's freaking comedy, people. It's not intentional comedy. They weren't trying to do that. They were trying to promote a new expansion to the mobile game Pokemon Masters. But unintentionally, they made my day at work. I got to go around Twitter looking at people make funny jokes about Pokemon Master Sex. And that's honestly, that's what we need in this world. Intentional or not, we need some good old-fashioned comedy. So thank you, Nintendo. I got a good laugh out of that. Pokemon Master Sex. Next topic.
You know what? I'm gonna give you 2 extra points for keeping that brief.
That was beautiful.
Yeah. Basically,
I fucking love
It's really funny. I do actually think it's hilarious.
literally,
every console company likes to do like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Nintendo likes to do 1 step Mario, 2 steps terrible joke, 3 steps fucking porn, accidental porn, 5 fucking shoes. Like they don't give a shit.
I do love like the constant jokes of like Nintendo executives just like, okay, we did a thing, and they're like, oh shit, the fans made it horny, and they're like, how did they make it horny? And it's like, what do you mean, how did they make it horny? Look what you did.
Arms. Everyone that plays Arms is a pervert.
Literally.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, we invented the Bowsette crown. What the fuck do you think is gonna happen, Nintendo?
That was great, man. Can we go back to that?
It was a simpler time.
It really
Fucking
was.
around the monitor in general, praising Dapper for how short it was, and then elongating the topic
Yeah,
by
yeah.
like 3 times.
All right. Fisher, bring us around the corner again. What are we talking about?
Let's keep on the Nintendo train and let's talk about not Pokemon Master Sex, but their big Mario 35th anniversary announcement that was earlier today,
Heck yeah.
yesterday as of the time you guys are hearing this.
Mhm.
Nintendo was like, "Yo, fucking 35 years of Mario, let's go, baby!" And then they announced a bunch of bullshit, including Super Mario 3D All Stars pack, which is like the Super Mario All Stars pack, but the 3D games. So you got Mario 64, you got Sunshine, you have Galaxy 1, not 2, because 2 doesn't exist according to these fucking assholes. And a bunch of other stuff. But I want to talk about the most important announcement, which is those fucking Mario sneakers. They're fly. They're fucking Air Forces. They're absolutely sick. They announced the sneakers. I love the sneakers. I would talk about a bunch of stuff. They announced a clothing line, but then didn't show us any of it. Very, very weird. Very Nintendo of you. They announced the Mario. Was it called Mario Kart Circuit?
No, that's the Game Boy game.
I think it was Home Circuit or Home Tour.
Mario Home Circuits.
Mario Home Circuit. Which is Mario Kart, but in your house. And you basically have little IR controlled or IR camera little carts, and you drive around your house. That's gonna I pity the parents who are gonna have these for their shit kids.
Okay, one thing on that though. We like Mario Kart with those.
Legendary. Shit.
I genuinely might buy those. I think they're fucking cool, and my coworker and I are like, we could buy these and race them around the studio, and that'd be rad as fuck.
I saw an incredible tweet that was like, "Hey, everybody who's planning to buy these that lives in the tweet maker was in San Francisco, but apply it to any major city. I hope you like Baby Park because that's the only fucking track you're going to be able to create in your tiny ass box apartment." And I was like, "Fuck, that's really true.
Very true.
Can't make a good track in my shitty home."
Yeah.
Anyways,
but all that's to say, like, I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. Nintendo did a great job with the 35th anniversary Mario stream. I mean, they announced a ton of stuff. We're getting 3D World. 3D World should have been in this bundle pack, but I digress.
Yes,
a lot of good content. This is the love that we hope other franchises like Sonic and fucking like Zelda could get, but Nintendo really, at the end of the day, they only ever have love for their sweet red child.
I just want to be on the record and say Sonic doesn't deserve this, but everything else, great.
You're a Sonic?
Look, it's
It was supposed to be the year of Sonic. You're
year
right.
of Sonic, motherfucker.
This is the year of Sonic.
Got a movie and nothing else.
Nothing,
Sonic deserves things.
not a goddamn thing. Mizuki, what'd you like to talk about for your second topic?
I want to do something else. Kind of happy. Let's wildly speculate about Sony planning to acquire new studios. and who they could buy.
Yay!
I know. This is the worst topic we've ever had on the show. Business intends to keep businessing. News at 11.
Yeah, that's a.
So yes,
Really, Sony? You like money? I didn't fucking know.
the crux of the story was in like an investor call or whatever. Sony was like, "Yeah, we've had success buying studios. Insomniac's pretty great. Pixel Opus is pretty cool. We're probably gonna buy more at some point, eventually, maybe."
Probably keep
And everyone's like, "Let's make this a news story because we're journalists." And of course they're looking to acquire new studios and make more money, obviously. But what I really care about is who could they buy? Who is good enough to be picked up by Sony? That's like that high AA level developer. So who? All right, I'm gonna wildly speculate a few. First one, Platinum Games. I think that would be a bomb pickup.
Ooh,
That'd be interesting.
that wasn't what I was considering, but I do like it.
Be a good pickup. They're funding a bunch of their stuff on Kickstarter now. Clearly, they could use the fucking money and support. So it makes
True.
sense for Sony to pick them up.
Nintendo appears to want to keep Platinum close, but they don't actually care about them.
I think that's how Nintendo feels about anyone that's not
That's
Nintendo.
very true. Nintendo's pieces we mentioned.
Other ones I think would be cool that I think are less likely to happen. Remedy, I think, would be a good pickup.
I feel like they're much more closer to Xbox than Sony.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
I feel like they're closer to Xbox, but they also kind of got burned by Xbox on the Alan Wake stuff, so I don't know how they're feeling about that.
Very true.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And years ago, I never would have thought Double Fine would get picked up by Microsoft after Microsoft burned them on Psychonauts. So, yet here we are in 2020. They literally got the funding ripped out of them by Microsoft, and later they got acquired. So, things change, but
the good
Alan
Lord
Wake
taketh away, and the good Lord giveth.
But I think Remedy is probably one of the higher tier
AA Studios for sure.
that isn't owned by anyone.
Uh,
People have talked about FromSoft. I don't think that's fucking happening.
I mean, it's possible.
It's possible, but I don't think FromSoft would want to be
I don't think
bought.
they'd be interested, yeah.
Like, they're doing pretty fine on their own, selling all their Solaire shit on the side.
Yeah.
I would say FromSoft is just for how close their working relationship is a good option. The other one I think is it Blue Note? Who's doing the Demon Souls remaster?
Oh, Blue Point.
Blue Point. I think Blue Point.
I was going to bring up Blue Point as probably the most likely one.
I agree with that.
Just because they've worked with Sony a bunch. They did the Uncharted remasters. They are doing the Demon Souls remaster with Japan Studio. I feel like it's probably going to be Blue Point.
They did the Shadow of the Colossus remake too.
Yeah, they did the Shadow of the Colossus. Maybe they turned Blue Point into their in-house porting studio to port all their shit to PC.
That's not a bad idea.
Fuck, that's brilliant.
Do they own Gorilla?
Yes.
I thought so. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Supermassive and Supergiant are both possible. Supermassive is more likely. I think that's the
I
other
don't think Supergiant wants to sell. They like doing shit their own way. I can't imagine.
They're on every console, and Nintendo gives them a really good deal. But it's possible. Supermassive, I think,
Dawn, right? Is that
Until Dawn and
yeah, their new shit kind of sucks though.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's a good point.
I've heard such varying opinions on that. I've heard that it's great. I've heard that it's terrible.
It was fine.
Man, Dawn's pretty fine to bad.
Yeah, it was fine.
I think Supermassive is a really good pick for them.
I agree with that.
I mean, they're yeah, but Until Dawn is a game with Hayden Panettiere, Academy Award winner Malik, and Tony Award winner Jordan Fisher. So,
and 12 Minutes has fucking Willem Dafoe and Daisy Ridley in it. Who cares?
That's true.
He's got you on that one. He's got you on that one.
You can pay actors money and they'll act in video games. Holy shit.
Willem Dafoe used to be a good actor, and Daisy Ridley isn't a good actress.
Damn.
God damn.
Look, I said it. I'll say it again.
All right. We'll see. I mean, yeah, you're right. This is just very much a, hey, we're a business. This is what we do. But it is very much fun to
all this fucking
speculate.
money.
I just want them to buy Platinum. I would prefer
honestly,
Platinum.
like if Platinum and Nintendo have a shitty enough relationship, I think it's very possible.
I did see music. I know you listen kind of funny as well. They were like, what if they bought Sega? And I was like, fuck.
That's not gonna
No, just because if Sega didn't have Atlas, then yes, you could probably. Sega has nothing, but they do own Atlas.
They have Sonic.
No, you're saying that, and I'm like, that sounds pretty fucking possible to me.
They're not gonna buy Sega. Like they might buy Atlas from Sega for gobs of money.
Sega could not give up Atlas. Atlas is the only good company they have.
I guarantee you, Sega will give up Atlas.
At that point, Sega just says, buy me as well, because God knows fucking Sonic ain't doing shit for anybody in this world.
It's like no one wants the rest of
Exactly.
Like, and even if it were like Nintendo were to buy Sega or something like that, they wouldn't want Sonic. That competes with their fucking Mario shit. And Sony doesn't want Sonic.
Well, they just regulate Sonic to being at the Olympic Games with Mario. Anyways, Ian, what would you take for your second topic?
I'm going to talk about a bit of a eulogy for Vlambeer. If I can find where I put this topic. Here it is. Okay. Vlambeer announced the other day that they're closing down.
Mm-hmm.
Vlambeer, you might know them probably from Nuclear Throne.
Mm-hmm.
They also made Radical Fishing and Luftrausers and a couple other ones. They're known as basically the masters of game feel. They have games have like.
That's a good way of wording that. I like that.
Yeah, they just have like fuckloads of screen shake and like just really good controls for everything, and every like thing you do makes you feel awesome. I hadn't actually realized though, they haven't released a game since 2015.
Yeah.
Nuclear Throne was their last game, and that released in 2015. Luftrausers, I believe, was 2013. They started off with Radical Fishing and Super Crate Box in 2010.
Sorry, Ridiculous Fishing is the game.
Ridiculous Fishing. Sorry, it was like Radical Fishing turned into Ridiculous Fishing.
Radical Heights.
Of course.
Radical Heights Fishing.
Oh no, not this again. Yeah, but they basically said, hey, we haven't really made a game in a while. We're at our best when we're both working on separate projects. Basically what they said was, this is really interesting to me. Even when they were making games together, they basically didn't work together. They just kind of made their separate things and met up a couple times a year.
Yeah.
Which is
very cool.
Yeah, that's a really interesting way to make a game, but apparently it worked really well for them. They're just like really independent people who found that together they could make some really good stuff. And this isn't like, as they said in their statement, it's not a sad like it's not a death. It's just them going their separate ways for video games. That they've decided they've proven the Vlambeer concept. They've proven what they can do together, and they want to go off and do their own things. And also just, I believe they said they're going to help out working with small teams to sustainably make good games and have a nice life. Not under a studio label, but as individuals, said Jan Willem. That was a quote from Jan Willem. Yeah, I just think I'm really excited to see what they do next. I'm going to play some Vlambeer games tonight, I think.
Important to note, they do have a huge sale on Steam right now where like all of their games are like a few bucks. Like I think Nuclear Throne, which is normally $15, is like less than $3, and that is a very good game.
Their very first game, Super Crate Box, which was like a shareware game, I believe it's still free. It's very, very fun. Highly recommend.
Yeah, it's just a small game where you open crates to get new guns, and it's always been free for the whole time. It doesn't run very well on Windows 10.
Damn.
But if you can get it to work, then highly recommend that. Yeah, I just wanted to end on the statement. Vlambeer is never meant to be forever. We initially just wanted to give it a go, and maybe 5 years would be a good run. The fact that we made it this far has been incredible, and we hope people don't see this as a sad thing, but as a reason to celebrate a decade of Vlambeer-ass games. So
Vlambeer
Good to
ass
them.
games. Yeah.
good luck.
Heck yeah. No, they're really cool dudes. I actually follow both of them on Twitter, and they
Love ass
usually
games.
tweet really funny stuff. So recommend checking them out. And like you said, I can't wait to see what they do next.
Yeah.
Dapper, bring us home. What would you like to talk about?
Let's bring us home with talking about everyone's favorite thing. The next-gen consoles.
Oh, no.
So, there are known knowns, known unknowns, and unknown unknowns.
Where is this going?
And the list of things we don't know about the next-gen systems from Microsoft and Sony is unfortunately a lot. But one of the things we do know is that the Microsoft Series S is a thing. And do we know that because Microsoft decided to tell us? Of fucking course not. Because Sony and Microsoft don't want to tell us shit.
Mm-hmm.
But we do know about the Series X because Microsoft's a dipshit. And someone posted on Twitter that when they got a new Xbox controller, it had a Game Pass trial code sheet that mentioned that the Series S is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to be fair, everyone kind of already knew the Series S was a thing. This is like a not so secret.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't actually announced. We all kind of knew.
It's the worst
But,
secret in gaming.
Right. But now we really know. And once again, not because Microsoft told us
Mm-hmm.
on purpose, because they told us accidentally. Which is hilarious. Because the lack of information we have about the next gen systems is officially become the world's stupidest game of chicken. And the fact that we're finding out more through leaks and rumors than the companies are actually telling us is just maddening when we expect these things to be out within the next 2 to 3 months.
It's asinine.
Maddening. It is asinine. It is ridiculous. It is absurd.
You got another syllable in there?
No, I'm good now. But at least we do know that the Series S is a thing, even though we already knew it was a thing. But Microsoft still doesn't want us to know it's a thing, but they told us it was a thing accidentally.
We do know video games might, in fact, exist.
Godspeed, Microsoft. Godspeed.
Right now, the winner points-wise is technically the Fisher King, but due to his ability to keep both of his topics well under 2 minutes, the Dark Horse Rising instantly getting 3 points at the end.
I accept the reality.
Mizuki, Ian, and Fisher, it's time to go home and become family men, because this week's winner is the Dapper Dastard.
Deserved.
Are you ever concise? Are you ready for your minute to win it?
Yeah, sure.
All right, please take it away.
All right. What anime have I been watching recently? All right. The Great Pretender hit Netflix. It's like a heist con man show. It's only 12 episodes. It's only 14 episodes. Pretty cool. The ending theme is also The Great Pretender, but the Freddie Mercury version, and it's a bop, absolute bop. That's a good show. I'm only a couple episodes in, but Agretsuko season 3 is on Netflix, and that show's always amazing, and everyone should watch that because it's great. It's not anime, but Umbrella Academy season 2, that was pretty good. Not as good as season 1, but still really good. And then I've talked about this before, but everyone should be watching Tower of God. That's an amazing anime, and everyone should be watching that or reading the webtoon. And that's about all I got. So I'll be concise on this too. There's my anime and TV recommendations from the last couple months.
You literally ended that right on 59 seconds. You're an
Pretty
absolute
running this episode.
He's an absolute master. Speedrun strats for this talk show. I fucking love it. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this week's show. Things to plug. Fisher and Mizuki, I believe you have some things to talk about.
Around the Controller episode will go up sometime soon. I've had a lot of work to do, so I haven't finished editing that. So,
You're fine.
We're busy.
And then I guess next week we'll do another episode. So tune in Friday, same time as the show, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern.
as always, check out Tales from Runeterra on whatever podcast service you use. I know it's on Spotify. That's what I use. It's also on YouTube, and that is the far superior version because it has video. This is the hardest thing I've ever worked on ever. That's not accurate, but it's a good show. We spent the entire last episode making jokes about Dave Matthews Band and failing to walk through a sewer. It
was great.
It was certainly a thing that happened in the year of our Lord, 2020. Check it out. We also stream it live. We're about to finish Bilgewater. It's a lot of fun.
Heck yeah. Ian and Dapper, anything to plug?
I want to plug the Dave Matthews Band. They have like a very small number of good songs.
Real fans just call him Dave.
Ugh.
God damn it.
Real fans are called Friends of Dave. I'll have you fucking know.
God damn it. Is that true?
That is true.
God damn it. That's worse. Fucking.
I hate that.
How is
I
this?
hate that.
I guess only thing for me to plug this week, we put up a new video essay on Diego Angel, the greatest, most interesting game developer you probably never heard of. Very cool dude. I think his life's work is fascinating. He just kind of has a very cool swagger to him, which is not often recorded in game developers. So give that video a check out. There's not going to be a video essay this week because I'm currently in the middle of moving. I am actually recording this episode on the back of not a desk, but a nightstand that I hooked my monitor arm to because I lost the screws to my desk. I should have a new desk here by next week, but in the meantime, life is hell.
The world is a fuck.
Yeah, I think that's the only major thing for me to announce. I guess go watch our other shit. Check us out, support us. But I think that's going to do it for this week. So, without any of us being able to see each other, let's see if we can salute in unison.
Oh, God.
I can see y'all.
Yeah, Ian's the smart guy. He fucking pulled up the thing.
I'm
Once
too lazy to do that.
Once again, this has been Around the Monitor.